This is Richard Wolff responding to an AskProfWolff question sent in from our Patreon community, and this time in particular from Jim Quinn. Jim asks a frequently posed question, and a good one. It has to do with how decisions would get made in a worker co-op that doesn't have the typical capitalist top-down hierarchy, where one or a few people at the top make all the key decisions. The rest of us as employees have to live with them but have no control over them, which, by the way, is a definition of no democracy. And Jim further asks that a capitalist friend of his keeps saying that you couldn't have a worker co-op because that would mean that the janitor or the custodian would have somehow say over decisions they're not trained to be expert in. So let me respond as best I can. First of all, the basic decisions in most corporations that are made by the board of directors, let's remember who those people are. They are bankers, they are rich people who own big chunks of stock. There are all kinds of people who have exactly no expertise in many of the basic decisions that a corporation makes. They are considered to be a reliable, independent source of decisions. Their job is to consult with experts, both inside and outside the company, in order to reach the best decision. That's exactly what a worker co-op would do, but the difference is it's everybody, including the janitor. That's right, you'd have to bring in the experts from inside or outside the worker co-op to advise everybody, to explain what's involved, not in the high technical level of the expert. That's why you need an expert. Worker co-ops will need them too. But that doesn't mean that a tiny group of people have to make the decision. It never did. We have a Congress in our political system composed of people who mostly have little or no technical expertise, but make some of the most important decisions. You know how? They get experts to come and to explain it. And if it's difficult to understand, you get some more experts who are good at translating the technical information into the basic parameters of what a decision requires. It has always been the traditionalist, conservative argument that somehow the people who now make the decision are some supermen and women who have some special capacity to do the right thing. They aren't. Long ago, the people who run big corporations stopped having any technical expertise in them basically at all. And if you hear to the contrary, you're listening to that old traditional conservative idea. And by the way, you know, the custodian has his or her particular understanding of aspects of the business that the clerk doesn't have, that the technician doesn't have, that the person on the assembly line doesn't have. Those people have other perspectives. And that's why a collective decision, democratically arrived at, in the long run, is the better way to go. Don't exclude anyone. We all have things to contribute if only the opportunity is provided. In the long run, the decisions will actually be better.